Are you trying to expand your family but worry about the possibility of losing that baby? A lot of times families have anxiety about family planning because of a past miscarriage. I'm here today to talk to you about 3 things that you can do to really help improve your chances of getting what you want, expanding that family, having that other baby that you so desperately want. Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Grossman. I'm a psychologist and success coach, and I'm going to share with you 3 things. The first of which is mindset. It's so easy for us to get all caught up with all the things that could go wrong, but that's really not going to help your situation. So I want you to focus instead on the goal. Really see what you want, envision that baby, envision yourself being pregnant, see yourself having the success that you want and working towards that ultimate final day when the baby comes out. So one of the things that you can do to help with this is create a vision board, especially if you've already had some children, maybe you have some pictures of yourself being pregnant. Find those pictures, put it up on a board so you have something visual that reminds you of what you want and focus on that. If you haven't been pregnant in the past and want a baby and are working towards that goal, then you can always take a picture of somebody else who's pregnant and then post your face on their body. Remember, we want to focus on what we want, not on what we fear and what we don't want. So that's the first tip. The second tip is all about intimacy. Now, I have a client, for instance, who had a miscarriage, and since that time, because it was such a sad event in her life, her husband has really stepped aside and has stopped being intimate with her because probably he just wants to protect her from being sad again in case that should happen. So one of the things that's so important is for you to reestablish intimacy with your partner. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a sex factory, but you can do this in really small ways, such as in having longer embraces. So when you hug, when you're greeting each other, hold that hug for 20 seconds. Don't let go until you feel like there is an established connection. When you greet each other, you can kiss on the lips and hold that kiss for 7 seconds. That is a recommendation by psychologist Dr. John Gottman, who talks a lot about the principles of making a marriage successful. So it's all about these little moments that build up. When you walk together outside, when you're taking that walk, hold hands. When you talk to each other, make good eye contact and actually create that space. Make that time to communicate on a regular basis. All of these things can help to increase the intimacy that you have with each other. And then when it actually does come time for having sex, do that naturally from that place of connection and not from a place of pressure and expectations. Don't focus so much on the goal of having the baby, but more on the intimacy and the love that you have with each other. And the third tip that I have for you is to really be mindful. And by that, I mean being focused on the present. It's easy for us to think back about past miscarriages or problems that we've had in getting pregnant, and all of this can instill fear in us about it happening again. And when we're too focused on the future, if we're not moving closer, if we're not seeing any signs, we can start to feel despair or get really obsessive. So be present. Just focus on right now. What can I do? I can focus on my mindset. I can focus on intimacy. I can just ground that anxiety by doing some breathing, closing my eyes, and releasing anything that might be blocking me, such as fear. So I hope that you take those 3 tips and use them to good advantage so that you can get closer to what you want. And with that, I'm signing off, Dr. Sharon Grossman, and I'll see you next time. Take care.